This would be, for most people's idea, the ultimate blueprint. If your life matches that description, you must have an incredible life.
We do not take action based on what is on our vision board. We take action based on the way that we feel. And the number one way to overcome that, the way that we jump over that hurdle, is one thing, is to take action.
All you have to do is fight for what it is that you believe in. Push with integrity. Don't just hope for it, will it? Don't just think about it, be about it. If you want something, you have to go get it. It's all business, nothing personal. Stop keeping your head down. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. If you want it, go get it. It's yours, your body, your mind, your soul. It is one. All you got to do is go out there and get what it is that you are looking for. It is not going to be easy, my friend. It is not going to be a walk in the park where you can walk and smile all day. There are going to be some dark days. There are going to be some rainy days. There are going to be some sunny days. But at the end of the day, you are above ground and not under it.
But ironically, this particular individual, as famous as they were, was depressed all the time. They had seemingly everything, and yet the person was depressed. How do you get depressed when you're smart and you're strong and you're beautiful and you got great friends and you're rich and you're famous? Well, it's real simple. People said, I don't know what it is. Everyone's tried to help her. She's been through counseling. She's got all these different drugs. Nothing's working. She's taking antidepressants and she's still depressed, which is not uncommon, by the way. Because if you change the way you feel physically, but you still see your life doesn't match how you think it should be at some level, and you feel like you're helpless to change it, you're going to be depressed. So I said, bring her to me. I said, I can help her. I know that sounds like hyperbole, but I absolutely can help her. Well, how do you know that, Tony? Because I already know what the problem is. I know if someone's depressed, it's because they feel helpless because their life doesn't match how they think it should be.
Regardless of how you are feeling, the one way to overcome the feelings that hold us back, the feelings of being unmotivated, the feelings of being lazy, the feelings like we're not good enough, that we can't do that thing, is to take action. If you don't feel like studying, sit down and study. If you don't feel like working out, lace up your running shoes and go for a run. If you don't feel like eating healthy, make the decision to choose the healthier option. When we make more decisions based on the place that we want to go, we allow ourselves to train our brains to know that we are in charge, that we are the ones making the decision, that this is our life, that we're the ones calling the shots.
I just don't know what her blueprint is, but we'll find out what it is, and we'll either help her change her life or we'll help her change her blueprint, or both. Long story short, and very quickly, I'll tell you the core of it. She came to me and she spent maybe the first half an hour telling me, apologizing, saying, I know I should be happier. I know it's silly for me to be depressed. I don't know why I'm so depressed. I know I should be grateful for what I have, and I am grateful. And it was all these reasons why she knows she should feel good, but still didn't. And I try to finally explain to her, listen, I don't care about that. I care about you. The fact that you're not happy has nothing to do with what you have or don't have. The fact that you're not happy is that your life doesn't match the way you think it should be. And you have some idea of how you think it should be. And worse, if you're this depressed after all this time, you feel like you can't do anything. You have no power to change it. You feel helpless. And she looked at me in a certain way, and I said, so what is that?
So if you don't feel like doing something, just do it. Just go. When you feel like giving up, when you feel like everything is against you, when you feel like the situation is going to get worse and you're nervous and you're scared and you're worried, you have to remember not only who you are, but what species that you are a part of. You're a part of the human race. We have sent people to space. We have created technologies that allow us to talk to people from across the globe. We have cured some of the most potent diseases on the face of the planet. We have created peace. We have come together. We have started movements. We've supported each other through the toughest times in history. We have shown humanity that we can actually fight for something bigger than ourselves, that we can act for things that are outside of who we are. We have shown the world that we can come together for a common good, that we can come together and strive towards achieving a common goal. We are built for challenge.
The best way you know how. Now on this journey of life, going to face a significant amount of circumstances, a significant amount of challenges. You're going to fall into areas that you cannot understand. Maybe it's not in a position for you to understand at that moment. When you start to feel that you are in a position that you don't love your life, then shame on you, because your life is a beautiful thing and no one deserves to ruin it. No one deserves to control it. No one deserves to steal your joy. Your life is your life, and you have the right to live it the best way you can. You must discipline yourself and take full control and responsibility for the outcome or whatever it is.
Live your life. Embrace your life. With physical activity and with nature and with jujitsu and with sun and with laughter and guitar and good memories and creativity and discipline. Discipline yourself so you can free yourself into the future, where there's no more darkness, no more war, but peace. Where does discipline come from?
If to this day, if you follow me on Facebook, it's going to tell you that my birthday is January 1st. It's not. I was so paranoid, I didn't want to put my real birthday out there. So that's like this sort of lingering artifact. And now I've got the photos of my wife and I on Santa's lap. It's a whole different ball game. Like, I get now what the game is, but didn't at the time. He really, really did. And then another key hire for us, not to do with marketing, but was production. You know, we were three guys, we didn't know anything about production at scale. So we finally had to bring on somebody that didn't just work hard, they actually knew that world.
What do you mean when you say production?
So,
you mean product production?
Yeah, the actual manufacturing.
Okay, I see. You have you've transitioned out of any day-to-day operations.
Yeah.
You said you're in a founder's role now. I think we were talking backstage, what did we say, the chief cheerleader of
More or
Quest?
less, yeah, chief evangelist, yeah.
That's right. So how would you describe your role now, and how did you transition from making the bars for several years to now being the evangelist?
Yeah,
It
so
seems like a quick transition.
Many people have given up life. It's beautiful, and you must be able to hold on to it for as long as you can. If you're holding on to fear, disconnected that relationship that you are in right now may not be working out. Get your mind and your body in the right place. Work on you. Focus on your opportunities. You have seen things that others do not. Understand you have been through things that others will never be able to go through on their own. This is what makes you unique. Press on and fight with everything you had.
Pretty simple and pretty obvious. Discipline comes from within. It's an internal force. Now, sure, of course, you can have discipline imposed on you by some person, like a drill instructor, or like that self-help guru on TV. But the reality is that type of discipline isn't the real type of discipline that we're talking about. That discipline isn't as strong. It won't survive. What you need is self-discipline. Now, self-discipline comes from the self. It comes from you. It comes from when you make a decision to be disciplined.
It is and it isn't. I mean, so my partners and I have been working together for 14 years, and the businesses kind of changed, but our roles very much stayed the same in terms of what parts of the company that we handled. So originally I was doing production just because I had to. There was nobody else there, and everyone knew that wasn't going to be a long-term strategy. So that was one of the first things that we replaced, got somebody in that could do that. And then we got to the point where we'd built up enough infrastructure within the company that to look at the way Richard Branson has handled his businesses, you know, his big thing is hire really, really smart people and then get out of the way. And so in doing that, I was moving more into really telling the narrative of the company internally, doing the show Inside Quest. We're bringing on just amazing thought leaders. And that was really an important thing to me, because when we launched Quest, the three of us each said, okay, this company needs to be a platform.
Will you accept the fact that there is a purpose attached to you? Will you accept the fact that you are a living, breathing testimony? It is time for you to stop feeling sorry. It is time for you to stop doubting. It is time for you to stop being afraid. The risk that you take in most cases are the greatest victories of all. You cannot sit back and wait and wonder and think that you do not know what it is that you are seeking. You are seeking success. You are seeking victories. You are seeking growth. You are seeking potential, because you, my friend, are the greatest creation on earth.